Cowboys and Eagles. We already know it's a rivalry. We already know it's a big game. It's always a big game when these two match up. Thursday night to kick off the season opener. We know Micah Parsons has been traded to the Packers. Big addition for the Cowboys. Obviously, I am going to pick the Eagles, but I think this is a dangerous game. Eagles, I'm pretty sure they're going to come focused and ready to go to start the season. But if they did have any kind of hangover, or they coming in this game and they're thinking Micah Parsons gone and they're at home and they can go ahead and walk through this victory, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the Cowboys are going to be fired up. They want to show that they can play without Micah Parsons, especially on defense. So they're going to be flying around and trying to prove something. The offense for the Cowboys, I'm a little concerned with. The Eagles' secondary defense has to be put to the test this season. Don't know. Years past, they've been pretty good. Slay Jr. obviously is out over there with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this defense will be put to the test with this Cowboys offense. That won't be an issue for the Cowboys moving the football. Now, years past, they couldn't finish these drives. They turn it over at the end, or something happens, a major turnover to cost them the game. So this year coming in, they're going to try to complete these drives, see if they can punch it in for 7 instead of settling for field goals. So it's a big matchup. And I'm going to go with the Eagles in week 1, but the Eagles have to come out with that fire in their eye, which I don't doubt that they will do. They're not even thinking about last season. This is a new mission. Go ahead and focus on trying to get another Super Bowl, and you're at home. But this is a dangerous game, but I'm taking the Eagles. Dolphins and Colts. I'm going to take the Dolphins in week 1 against the Colts. I think the Colts, for the quarterback situation, I'm not on Daniel Jones. I already stated that. Even if Richardson was in there, I still wouldn't feel comfortable with them, even if they're at home. I think they got some kinks to work out, and I at least got to see something first before I feel confident and picking the Colts. And, of course, they're in the Texans division. It's hard to pick them anyway. And as far as the Dolphins, they got a high-powered offense. We're going to see if Tyreek Hill's going to put all that stuff behind him, come in this game, try to prove something. I think they made him a captain after all that, stuff he had going on. But Dolphins got some good pass defense, and I think that's going to cause problems for the Colts in this week 1. So I'm just going to go with the Dolphins in this one. All right. Panthers and Jaguars. I'm going with the Jaguars at home, especially with that young talent. Yeah, you know the guy they done picked up. I don't think he's no surprise, huh? Right? Travis Hunter, huh? You got Trevor Lawrence over there. He has all these offensive weapons now. What is he going to prove coming in this season? He's really on the hot seat. He has to produce. All his turnovers, not finishing drives himself, being inconsistent. You got some firepower on offense. You got to complete these drives and win some games with the young talent you have. And as far as the Panthers, Bryce Young, he's on the hot seat too. I hope he can figure it out. Because last season, they benched the guy. He has a lot to prove. And as far as the Panthers defense, don't have no faith in the Panthers defense either. So I'm looking for the Jaguars and this young talent to have no problems on offense going against these Panthers. I'm going with the Jaguars at home in week 1. Giants and Commanders. Rivalry for sure in that NFC. And I will be picking the Commanders at home. Jaden Daniels, how can you go against him? This franchise is on the move. They got a good leader at the quarterback position. They just signed or extended McLaurin. They're ready to go. And for the Giants, they're starting out with Russell Wilson. which they should. He's a veteran. Until Jackson Dart, they put him in, and I'm pretty sure Jackson Dart is going to be in sometime in the season. But you got to put the veteran out there and see what you're working with. And I really don't have no faith in Russell Wilson to this point. I think all the magic dust, as we say, has rubbed off of him. And I think the Commanders going to win that game. Could be a blowout, in my opinion. But we're going to check it out and see. But I will be picking the Commanders on week 1. Bengals and Browns. Another rival. Rivalry indeed. I'm going to go with the Bengals. Browns are at home. Browns got Flacco starting. That quarterback situation is going to have to get figured out throughout the season. Just hope they don't play musical chairs. Once they make their decision, they got to stick with it. But I don't believe Joe Flacco will finish the season as a Browns quarterback. I don't believe that. I think the Bengals are against the clock, just like a handful of other teams that we're going to get to. But the Bengals, Joe Burrow, you hear me? DeMar Chase, these guys' backs are against the wall. They have to show. They have to show this season. Getting off to a slow start last season, I'm looking for them to come out the gates. They are drooling and snarling, looking at the Browns at home, and they're going to go in there about business. And I think they're going to go ahead and try to put them away. Look for that one to maybe be a blowout. Because Joe Burrow got that look in his eye. They behind schedule. You got to understand these Bengals are behind schedule. And they have a lot to prove and a lot to show coming in this season. And I don't think they're going to let the Joe Flacco-led Browns get in the way. So I got to go with the Bengals in week 1. Let's move this down one a little bit. 49ers and Seahawks. '49ers, they're desperate after last season. Very desperate. Brock Purdy got that money. They invested in him. He's going to have to show, get back to the promised land. And you always can count on the 49ers, even though they had that down year. They got Christian McCaffrey coming back. A guy I said was the best running back in the league before he got hurt. And somebody argued with me about that. Because I said he was better than Saquon Barkley. And the reason why I said that, because Saquon Barkley was hurt at the time. He was so-called injury prone, had a hard time staying on the field. And McCaffrey, he was just emerging. He was playing the best football of his life. So those two guys right there, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, almost mirrored each other. Saquon Barkley is obviously the best running back in the league right now. Christian McCaffrey, will he ever get that title back from him? I doubt it at this point in his career. We're going to see if he can stay healthy. He's coming back. But Christian McCaffrey, we call him all-purpose. He can do it all. So Saquon Barkley is pretty much the same way. He can catch the ball. He can block. He can run. All these other different things. So those two backs, they're in a league of their own in the NFL. But as of right now, Saquon Barkley is the best back in the league. Took it away from Christian McCaffrey. So as far as the Seahawks, who they got? Who's their quarterback over there? Just got Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold. I don't have no faith in Sam Darnold. He's going to have to show me something. Cooper Kupp. They picked up Cooper Kupp. They'll have their little tandem working over there, but they have to mess. They got to have some time. I don't know, Seahawks. I'd rather go with the 49ers. It sounds better. It looks like they're going to be coming in this season looking to do some business. I got to go with the 49ers because the Seahawks in week 1. Plain and simple. We're going to do it just like that. Lions and Packers. This a doozy. Ain't this a rival as well? I think this is a rival as well. It's always hard for me to pick against the Packers when they're at home. On that field, man, they are tough to beat. but you got a high-powered Lions offense coming in there. And we already know about their defense. You know, I know Aaron Glenn is gone, but, you know, they could put up a fight still. Packers. You know what? I'm going with the Packers. They at home. This can go either way. This is one of those games that can go either way. I'm just going to go with the Packers at home in this one. Lambeau Leap. See if they can get it done. And week 1. All right. Well, I didn't have that one moved down for y'all to see that one. Huh? There it is. Lions and Packers. But now we on the Ravens and Bills, another rival. And that's going to be a doozy. A lot of people going to be tuning into that one for sure. There's a few of these that people are going to tune into. We'll get to the other ones in a minute. But the Ravens and the Bills. Just like Joe Burrow, I was telling you about the Bengals. These two teams here, they're all in that little group. These little quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, they're desperate. They're desperate coming in this season. I keep mentioning it. They have to produce. They have to get to the promised land every season now. It don't have nothing to do about regular season. It don't have nothing to do with playoffs. It got something about being at the dance with these teams. Every season that goes by, they're knocking off ages off their life. That's how crucial it is. That's how they got to get it done. All right? Now, as far as this matchup, there's another one that can go either way. But I'm going with the Bills. Bills are at home. I'm going to roll with them. Josh Allen, I know he has something to prove along with Lamar Jackson. We already know. Some people are already saying he's going to be the MVP for this season. You know, saying all of that. I just think Lamar Jackson is pressed. He has to do a lot. Too much at sometimes. To where you're seeing exciting plays. He's making things happen throughout the game. And then by the time you get to that fourth quarter, when the game is on the line, sometimes I just feel he's maxed. He's just maxed out. He done worked his way all up to that fourth quarter. Magnificent. And I'm not going to say fatigue. I'm not going to say wear and tear. It could be. But it always seems like something happens with this team down the stretch. Is it Lamar Jackson fumble? Him coming up short on the first down? Maybe interception? Maybe a tight end can't get his feet in. Maybe a tight end just drops the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. You don't know. Something always seems to come up with the Baltimore Ravens when it matters the most. Team is maxed out. They're pressed. Sometimes I feel like they feel the pressure. I got to go with the Buffalo Bills. Got to go with them. At home, week 1. Gonna do it like that. Let's move this thing up. Chiefs and Chargers. Oh, man. See, on this one, I'm going to have to go with my mind instead of my heart on this one. Because we all know I always like to go against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs, to me, are just like the Dallas Cowboys. It don't matter who they're playing. If they're going up against the Deer Park Deer, I am picking the Deer Park Deer against the Chiefs.
Oh, that's not good.
If the Cowboys are going up against Baytown Sterling, I'm picking Baytown Sterling.
Oh, that's not good.
That's how bad it is. But understand, Chiefs fans, understand, Cowboys fans, it's nothing personal at all. It's nothing personal. Just the way it is. It's competition. We always want to get the best of you. And no matter who you play, we just be hoping on your downfall for the season. That's all it is. Nothing personal. Just business. Just business.